Okay, welcome everybody. For those of you that are joining us live today, welcome. My name is Allie. I'm going to be your support desk support for the day. And how this works is that this session is streamed both live into our Facebook group. We also download this video and we put it on our YouTube channel. And we let you know that because if you're going to come on camera, if you're going to talk, if you're going to share information, you need to know that that information is going to be put out there publicly. So we answer questions in the order they're received. If we can determine that, sometimes it gets challenging, but our community members that come in here are usually pretty good at pointing out where to go, right? And who's next. I will call on you. I will give you the ability to turn on your cameras and unmute your microphones so that you can chat with us. Those of you watching on Facebook, it's way better if you're in the room. So I highly recommend popping over here and joining in on the conversation. And for those of you that are here with me, a way that I found it really helpful, since it's just me, it's very difficult to manage the chat and speak with everyone on the session. So if in the chat you have questions, if you type a capital Q before your question, it'll make it easier for me to find them in the chat afterwards. So with that said, at the very bottom of your Zoom screen, if you're here with me live, there's an option for React. And if you tap on that heart, there should be an option underneath the little reactions to raise your hand. And that is how I call on you all. I'm going to go ahead and give you the ability to turn on your cameras. Let's see. Start your videos. Let me check this chat to see how everybody is doing. Hi, 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 hi. Love to discuss a funnel. Okay, Matthew. Okay, let me get you to unmute, Matthew. Are you able to turn your camera on?
Hey, Allie.
Hi, Matthew. How are you?
I'm good. My wife loves you, by the way.
Oh, well, I love you back.
She actually went to work on my mom this morning, so she would normally be here, and we thought this was at 6 versus 10. But anyways, let's get
Yeah.
to it because I do have to run to work.
Okay.
I know you might remember, we take care of our teacher,
Yes,
84-year-old
yes,
Chinese. Okay,
yes.
beautiful. So we are still sadly working on the funnel. I believe Zenler can do everything and anything, but boy, is it a challenge to get it to do it. All right. Um, so in short, she had started the creation of this funnel, and I'm gonna just share what we're attempting to do, and you just tell us the steps, and we will go and again try to conclude that.
Okay.
When on the home page you suggested a banner, we have no idea how to do the banner with a clickable offer. So what we thought in lieu of that, and if there's a video you put in the chat and I can go back to it, then that would be awesome. But basically, 2026 special offer. I sort of want it to be long standing. The course is $4.99. Most people aren't going to get it because it's too expensive. So the idea was collect their name and email in the funnel, put something attractive to make them want to do that. I'm going to get on a video and give them all this information on how I became the Eastern Body Worker and how the Chi assisted me, whatever I'm going to say. At the end, I'm going to say, thank you for listening. Sifa wants to offer you a 30% off discount for the course because he knows it's going to change your life. And I'd rather you take it and save a little more money, whatever I'm going to say. So
Right.
this happens, right?
Yeah.
Let's say that they listen to the video. I need to know the tagging structure and what to do and what not to do because if they listen to the video, can I tag? If not, um, if they filled out the information, they're tagged. So whether they listen to the video or not, it's irrelevant. They're still tagged, right? Because they filled out the form. So what should the tag be? And then if and when they get that 30% off discount and they execute it, then the tags change. So what do those tags then look like so they're not in a continual funnel? Because after the 30% off, if they do not take advantage of it, suggested time frame before we say, hey, last offer we're going to give you, it's now 50% off. This is the lowest we can go, blah, blah, blah. So those are the steps, and we need to know the how and the tagging to associate.
Okay. So I know you're in a hurry. So one of the things I'm doing, I'm going to share my screen.
Cool.
And one of the other things is that, let's see, am I sharing my screen? Can you see my screen?
You started sharing it, but yeah, there you go.
There we go. Okay, let me get my face out of the way. You don't need. Okay. So when it comes to the funnel, I will put together a couple of videos links for you that I can send you because I know you got to run off. But in Zenler in the system, there's a lot of native tagging that already happens in the system that you don't have to add the tags. That's number one. Okay. So, and a good way to find out what those are, we do have that information in our support docs, system tags. So you can look at that so you can see exactly how the system tags people because um, when you're using the native email, when they do something in the funnel, they have a tag. And yes, like adding tags and removing tags based on their actions in the system can be a little bit tricky. And that is because we have so many native tags already in the system. So that's going to be a thing. And I'll send some videos on that as well. As far as the funnel itself and how to add like anything to your site, you're adding a banner is just a block that you're adding to any page on your site. It doesn't matter um, how you do it. You can make it smaller so it looks like a banner, if that makes sense. So when you add a block, like a block is like this big block right here. But if we come over here and we add a block like this, we can make it way, way smaller. Ooh, if I can, there we go. We can make it way smaller and it looks smaller in real view than it does here. And then you add the content, you add your link, you add whatever little bit that you want for your funnel and it makes it clickable. You have settings on here where you can animate. It can be scrolling words across. I believe when I spoke with your wife, she said she doesn't really care for things that bounce and jump into the screen or whatever, but you do have that where it can be scrolling across the top and be like a banner. Does that make sense? Oh, I don't know. Did I lose Matthew? And he's muted. Oh, you might not have the ability to unmute. Are you unmuted? Can you unmute? Let's see. It's not letting me tell you to unmute. I don't know why. I love technology. Let's see. Host tools. There we go. Let's see. I am going to allow you to unmute yourself.
Okay, yeah, I muted
There you
myself
go.
because I was brushing my teeth while I was listening, so I wasn't going to be late. And it wouldn't let me. So I was listening to you. Um,
Okay.
so listen, my wife and I think 1,000 directions apart, and that's
Yes.
good because we cover a lot of base. But when it comes to the end consumer, maybe she's right, maybe I'm right. Hell if I know. I've done marketing my whole life, but that doesn't mean anything. So it's
Right.
really about, what works and not about anything else.
Right.
So that's where the banner goes. And I know you said there's a lot of native tags. If somebody is in a funnel, just like if they sign up for a course, they're going to be tagged that, right? But
Yes.
David and the other fella, they are complicated and they don't answer the questions directly, and they're just like, go watch the help docs. And I wish it was so simple. They're great, don't get me right. I love them, but at the same time, it's a lot of frustration there.
I get
So
it.
we've had this for 4 years.
Okay.
We still not doing squat. You know what I mean? And it's because of the onboarding challenge to get to market, and that's really a big part of it. So with Sifu's funnel, if you do have videos that really lay it out, that would be great. We want to set it and forget it so we can move on to the creative social side of it to
I
bring
feel
people
that.
here. But if this isn't doing what it needs to do here, it's all pointless.
Exactly. I totally feel that. Absolutely.
That's
Yeah,
all.
I will find some video. If you
Can can I
put your
share my screen for a second?
yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Do I think I have that ability turned on. Yep, allow. Okay, go ahead.
Just sent a request, so we'll see
Yep,
if.
I approved it.
Okay, so let me see if I can do that here. I'm just going to share the whole thing. Hopefully, you don't see things you're not supposed to. Ha ha.
I know I have that same, I have such anxiety about that, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I got nothing to hide. All right. Oh shit. It's saying to quit and reopen, but let's see if I don't have to do that because sometimes it doesn't. And excuse my French. All right, let's try it. Here we go. Boom.
There we go. I see you. Okay.
Okay, here we go. So this is what she has done because this is her project, and I'm sort of happy that she's taken it on, and I'm sort of happy not to do it. Um, because once she knows she's smarter than me, we'll be rocking and rolling. I build all our other websites, so it's not that I don't know. It's just that I think that her empowerment is all everything.
Yes.
So this is what we wrote. It's sort of, I don't know if that's the right kind of jazz. I don't know if it's going to convert, all the things, but what's missing here, if anything, on a special offer? So on the homepage, we were going to put a button that if you want the special offer, you click and it would go to this page.
Right.
Is that the best way to do it?
For the funnel. Yeah, I mean, and you can put this funnel, you can put a button anywhere you want, right? Like it's your website, it's your Zenler site. So you can put links, you could put a button, a link, linked text in a blog post that leads to this funnel. You can put it in that little in a block across the top of your thing. You have the Zenler site also, you see up there at the top, it says pop up and there's a little green light
Yeah.
that says on,
Yeah.
right? You can have a pop up on every single page of your site. You have to, it doesn't, it's on, but it's not, the trigger's not set. There's a little drop down arrow on the right, and that's where you set the trigger, right? Not that one, the furthest one to the right after the eyeball. Next to the eyeball, just down, next to it. Yep.
Yeah,
So
I got it.
now you've got um
It's in here. Page settings
page
probably.
settings, yeah. And you're like, and you can set your triggers there. And so you can have that pop-up that's on every page of your site, right?
Uh-huh.
And when people, and you can set the action, it can be like when they scroll, it'll pop up on exit. Like if they're making an exit motion, like they're moving their mouse up to the right to the X, then the pop-up will come up if they're leaving, right? You have to decide at what point you want them to see that button for
Got
them
it.
to click on. But you could do that on every page. You could put it on a banner, so it's just it's stationary right there. It lives there on
Okay,
that
that's a lot of
particular
options.
page.
That's
Right.
okay. So that's perfect. That's what I'm looking for. The other question I have is the funnel best facilitated as its own landing page?
I mean, hmm. Yeah, I mean, oh,
I want to know from the millionaires that have like crushed it. I want them to be like, yo, just do this. This is what I did, and it works. And I just want to do that.
I
Like all
know.
this guesswork is like cray cray, and it just needs to be spelled out like we're in kindergarten, so all your Zenler people can like do great. Because some of us are very experienced, some of us don't know anything, and really that I mean we're paying, so if they want us to stay with Zenler, then that's what they should do, in my opinion. I'm being very direct, obviously.
I understand, Matthew. Listen, like the system, here's the thing. The one thing, and this isn't about trends, this isn't about what's trendy or what's whatever. Like I don't like sometimes it happens to be trendy, the thing that you focus on. And so that's nice. But creator first means something, okay? And systems for humans, right? Like we have to look at things from the perspective of we have to set up a workflow and a framework for ourselves that works for ourselves and how we show up in the world, regardless of what system we're using, right? Whether it's Zenler, whether it's something else, we have to know, we have to have that connection to what we're doing and find a way that makes sense for us and not like, because I go down, my name is Allie, and That is a nickname for Alice, and I do like to go down rabbit holes. Okay,
Me
so
too.
I can tell you, I get the frustration. I totally understand it. We can give you tutorials on how to use the system, right? And support desk is kind of a of an extra layer of that, where when some you don't know how something works, we can come in here and we can show you. And the tutorials also can help you where to click and how to do that. But when it comes to being able to conceptualize how your funnel works, it doesn't matter whether you're using Zenler or some other system. A funnel is a funnel, and how people come into it, your customer's experience with you, with your business, that is the part that really is should be your main focus. And then for me anyway, it is my main focus. And then figuring out how to work within the system that you have, because I know it's like technology is a blessing and a curse all at the same time. So yeah, with the funnel, we're definitely going to be doing some more workshops, things around funnels and how those function, because honestly, like depending on your business, depending on your industry, depending on your way of functioning in the world, a funnel can be a million different things. And being able to have the opportunity to sit somewhere and actually have a conversation and brainstorm what makes the most sense for your business and how that goes, I think there's a lot of value in that, right? Being able to figure that out. So I know you have to go to work.
Yeah. So
But
I think
I'll get some links and send you some stuff and maybe a few little notes.
you've given us the bulk of what we need to know, though. There's nothing else. It's just now it's execution, right?
Yes,
That's it.
yes,
Okay.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly,
Awesome.
exactly. So have a fabulous day, and tell your wife I miss her and she better come see me
Oh,
soon.
thank you, Allie. I
You're
appreciate it.
very welcome.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye bye. Okay, let's see. I think I have Judy first on my list up in front of me. I'm not sure if that's correct. We can nod heads if it's correct or not correct if we think, but I'm going to go ahead and say ask to unmute for Judy.
Hello.
Hi.
So last week you were going to find out about the deposit scenario for my long-term faraway seminars.
Seminars, yes.
But I have a different question this week, which kind of relates. So no worries.
I love your glasses. I'm sorry. You just look
I have so many. I have a lot of glasses.
Sparkle. Me too. I love them. So fabulous. Okay, Judy.
Thanks. So I'm putting together an online mastery for my advanced students that have been really engaging and showing up for all the paid classes over the last 18 months. And I designed the whole class inside ChatGPT. And the biggest question I have is if I offer a monthly subscription for one price and somebody wants to get a discount by paying the whole year, it's a 12-month program. If they want to pay the whole year up front, is there a way to do that on the site where they have options for payment?
Okay, let's see. I'm going to share my screen.
I've never done anything like this, so this might be a dumb question. So
listen, there are no such things as dumb questions. Sometimes am I not sharing my screen? It says I am.
Yeah, you are.
I am. I don't know I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, if you ever lose that window, just click on the Zoom icon.
Yeah, okay, so this is where we take money. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to know, you want to take a down payment, a deposit.
Well, no,
Oh.
that was last week's question, which you were going to look into, and it's fine. There's a lot been going on.
Yeah.
No, this week's question is for a mastery program that's 12 months, that they have an option of either paying monthly for one price or potentially getting a discount if they pay ahead of time in full for the year, which is pretty common with these mastery things. So
yeah,
obviously
you can totally do that on here. Yeah.
So how do you set up the two different pricing options?
You just do it.
Okay.
That's on it. Just do it, Judy. Just do it. Here, I'll show you what this looks like. What do I want to show you first? Pages. Okay, so let me look and see if I've got checkout. No, sales page. Okay, so on the sales page, let's see. I just want to see it can get a little when you've got a lot of price. See, you can have different pricing plans.
You
Okay.
can?
Yeah, see, look at on this one. I've got 3 different ones they can choose from.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a marvelous, isn't it? This is so here's a couple of things that I would say about it. Okay. So you're setting your pricing here. Right. And see, you have them all, right? Then you can turn them on. So you can have a free plan. And each plan, you're going to go through a process of deciding if they're, all of the details about that pricing plan. You're going to have the ability to add in information like bullet points under the, I probably already had it up there yet. So like this, you can, the coloring on this one is terrible. So definitely don't use this because people won't be able to read it. But,
right.
But if just be very clear, I guess is what I'm trying to say to you, Judy, of what this is. This is the one-time payment discounted for the year. And you can put that information in here and explain the details. And the same thing for whatever that second option or that third option is. You can explain those details and make it clear. Because here's the only problem is it makes sense to you. You just have to think about the things that make sense to your people that are going to be landing on this page and making this decision, that
right.
They understand what it is they're signing up for. Because I cannot tell you the number of times, I chose the wrong plan, like on accident. I didn't understand this or that. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
I mean, I designed the entire course in chat yesterday, and it even designed an application form that it designed for Google Docs, which I uploaded to Google Docs, because in Zenler, it seemed like the only way to really implement an application was with a quiz.
Yeah.
And so it just made more sense to do it. I hate doing stuff outside of Zenler. I like to keep everything in there, but it didn't seem like there was a way to do it. So
it's been a while for me, Judy, because I just came back from sabbatical, but I will remember eventually because my brain does that.
Okay.
Of a process for exactly that. That's a little bit better. Somebody did a lot of work building out forms for an application and had a contract and agree and all this stuff. This is a couple years ago when they did it in Zenler. I will remember it, and eventually maybe we can have that conversation if you want to make it all happen inside of Zenler. I think there is a way.
Okay. Well, for now, I mean, the Google thing seems like it'll be okay.
Yes. Yeah, that's fabulous. That's
okay.
Fabulous.
So you just go in, add your first payment plan, which is let's say the pay up front, and save a little bit of money.
Yep.
And then you add an additional payment plan, which would be the monthly. Now, let's say somebody's 3-4 months into it and their credit card's declined and they reach out to me and say they no longer want to be involved. They would lose access to the mentorship then. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they wouldn't have access to what had already transpired. There'd be no way to keep them in the class because the class would have ongoing Zooms and content, right? So
if it's in a course, if the stuff that you're providing is provided to them just within the confines of that course in that membership, right? Then they are once they are not paying, once their payment and they're removed from access, canceled if they go through the process. I know David has a little video that he made that was like white labeled on YouTube somewhere that showed people the process of how to cancel their memberships and whatnot themselves, because you can as a customer do that too.
Okay.
And then they lose access to that course, so they don't have it. So yeah, if you are doing things like some people have courses where they is the container where people buy from them, right? But it doesn't necessarily mean that that is where all the services are delivered, right? Some
Right.
people, they're just having Zoom sessions and they email out links and things like that. So people, could still have access to content. So you just have to decide how you want that to look for your people and for you.
Okay. All right. And I finally did a blog after the blog workshop.
Yeah.
But I can't find where that workshop is stored so that I could rewatch it. I logged into the tutorial Zenler website. I posted in the group 3 times.
Oh, okay.
And
Well, I will attempt to show you right here where you can find
because
all of this.
there's other ones that I've signed up for that I couldn't attend, and I'd love to watch them.
Yeah. So this is our tutorial site. Okay.
Right.
So you can go, you've got training here, workshop training. And in here we have all of our little categories of stuff, learning Zenler, marketing, lives, everything else. So running and presenting live stuff, you're going to find lots of different trainings on that Zoom and those live sessions.
So it
inside
doesn't
Zenler.
store the ones that we've signed up for?
Yes, it does. If you've signed up for them,
Yeah, I
then
logged in and they're not under my account.
well, if they're then you need to come in here.
Okay.
Like, see this? If I go into this marketing, I go into like learn how to market with Zenler, jump straight in. I'm registered for the course, so it's going to take me right into the thing, or it'll take you to your email, hit submit, right? So
Do you know where that blog one is from last week?
oh yeah. So that's what we're doing. Workshop.
Because he was
So
talking really fast.
Let's see. Okay, so this is see the training library. So let's go here. So let's see, quick start guide, check with Zenler marketing, everything else. Okay, so now it's in everything else. So on demand, so that's templates, Zenler builds, gear, advanced, mindset. That's an Excel. Live support. Nope.
I'm trying to think what day that was.
I know.
It wasn't Thursday. I think it was like Tuesday, maybe.
It's gonna be, it should be in marketing because it's blog, right?
I just put the link to it, so I'm just going to jump
yeah,
in
here
here
it
in the
is.
chat if you didn't find it there. That's a different thing, the boot camp.
Yeah,
But
there's
the one
different
we just
ones.
attended, they emailed the link out, so I've stuck that in the
Yeah.
See,
in the
that's
chat.
the other weird part. I kept looking in my email for a follow-up email and I didn't get one.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm
Well,
wondering,
sometimes those go, I don't know because I didn't set those up. Sometimes it can go to your spam, it can go to everywhere.
yeah,
But,
I checked all that. So
but yeah, if it's not, I don't know what that was. But yeah, usually in here, and if you've actually signed up, if you go to if you go in the community tab,
okay.
it's going to, what do I want to do? I want to do, there it is.
Okay.
So these things, you have the option to see your courses when you're in here, and this is where you'll see what you've signed up for in that.
Yeah, none of them are there, and I'm not sure what the problem is. So
interesting.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. So this is like, believe it or not, my biggest struggle right now. The designing the website is fine. But trying to watch the seminars is hard.
Yeah. I understand.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, this is where they should be if they're not showing up. A couple of things that I would check because I've done it because I have 5,000 email addresses, and I use them for different reasons for different things. So like I have my Zenler app, for example. I'm signed in. I have so many Zenler accounts, or I have two Zenler accounts. So one from being a Zenler admin, and one from having been just me as a Zenler user, entrepreneur business course creator, right?
Okay.
And so on the app, I like if you look, if you're not, if you have to make sure it's the same email you signed up
Right.
for that. It just so it can get glitchy. So just be aware to check which emails you used, one. And two, if it's not showing up and you've signed up and you have emails, definitely send something to support.
Well, I
At
mean, I could go back through
zenler.com.
and re-sign up, right? Just so
Yes,
it's in my,
absolutely. As
yeah,
long as you put your email
yeah.
and make sure it takes it. Because if it's not, then I don't know. That's definitely a tech team thing.
Okay. Sounds good.
So for sure. And yeah. All right. Thanks, Judy. Hope you have a fabulous day.
You too.
Thank you. All right. I think Rachel is next.
Hi.
Hi, Rachel. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah. I just wanted to really quickly say to Judy that I put the link for the blogging workshop in the chat. And what I found the same, that like when I sign up for certain like workshops, they're not automatically in the training folder. So my workaround for that is just sticking the replay emails into a dedicated folder in my email.
Yes, finding a way.
And then I just click right in from there. I found it the fastest way because I do find the tutorial website a bit confusing.
Yeah.
Sometimes to walk around, and I've been like looking
And
through it a
and
long
that's
time.
good. And that, you know what, we need that feedback from you all. If you all are struggling, Judy, you mentioned it. Matthew was on earlier, he mentioned it, and now we have you here, Rachel, mentioning it, that sometimes it's difficult to find what you're looking for on the Zenler site. It's confusing to people. So that's really good feedback for us to have so that we can maybe start looking at how we can make that a little less friction for you all, because I'm all about less friction. So,
Cool.
So thanks. So how can I help you today, Rachel?
Yeah, I feel this must be possible, but I don't know how. And my question is, how to set up a waiting list. I would like to start a course, but I would like to gauge interest before actually building it out. So how do I do that? Like off the language page.
I love
the language. I can't speak today. Landing page.
Yes. Okay, so there's a lot of different ways that you can set up a waiting list. So you just have to think about for yourself, for your people, what that flow looks like, right? So any funnel you can use and set that up as a waiting list. It's all about I would do it under a funnel because you're getting statistics, okay? You're getting numbers. You could set up any page on your Zenler site and put a form for people to fill out to be added to a waiting list. You could do that anywhere, right? Put your name and email here to be on the list. You can do that in a blog post. You could do that, on a little banner like we were talking with Matthew on his site, right? And you could do that. There's lots and lots of different ways. Just so many ways. And it depends. So one of the ways that I like to do it is through the funnel, because in the funnel you're getting better numbers for tracking, right? Of who people click and whatnot. Okay. So you would use a Zenler funnel to set up the waiting list, give them the information. You have the email sequences there where you can nurture them, give them some information, right? And I love this before you do a course, because one of the biggest things I find with creators is that we tend to get committed and excited about an idea, and we overbuild it before we've validated anything, before we've even confirmed it's a good idea, and that not just a good idea, but that people actually want it. Not just that they think it's a good idea too, right? Because people can
willing to
think it's a good idea, but does that mean they're ready to buy it? Are
put
they
your money
ready
where
to?
your mouth is,
Exactly.
right?
So those aren't the same things. Those are two different signals, right? So, yeah, so I love the idea of creating a waiting list for the course and
Okay.
doing that through a funnel. It definitely do that. Think about like how you want to nurture them, and also think about surveys and questions that you can ask people in there that will help so they can tell you what they want. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And
That's
you
kind of
can
my
build what
idea,
they want. And a
like a
lot
little
of
bit of a
times,
co-created thing.
yes, and a lot of times you could do a lot of different types of offers, like early bird offers, things like that. But you can build it live with the people who sign up for your membership. You could be like, listen, once they're on that waiting list, if you have a handful of people and you're kind of ready to get going and they seem ready to get going, what you do is you say, hey, this is going to be a program. It's going to cost like, $500 when I'm done with it. But for you right now, since you're here and I don't have it
Founders.
built yet, there's another word for it, and my brain
Founders
just,
launch, yeah?
yes, I
Or
founders,
founders
but
membership or something.
right, but there's another word even of outside of founders. It's just my brain lost it
Okay.
for now. But and then you're building it with them, and you tell them, so for $100, you come in here and we'll build this together. Right? I will build this live with you. So now you don't have to worry about creating all of this, right? Because that's what we do. We're always in creation mode and we're never in ship mode. We're never in let me take your money mode. So I can actually feed my business, right? Give myself that financial support I need, and be able to actually know, because you don't know how
Yeah,
you
no,
really feel
totally.
about it
I'm
till
trying to
they're
be in
using
sale
it.
mode this month,
And
and
they're
I'm
not
like,
even, and they don't even know until they're in it and they're learning and they're like, oh, this is good and that's good. And then you can build an amazing program and get paid to build it, get paid to validate it, get paid to
awesome.
tweak it. I love that. I think it's a great way to do it. So
Okay, so
yes,
funnel's the best way.
yes,
You have them
definitely.
in there, and I can push them one way or the other.
Yes, and you
And I,
can, yes, do all of that.
okay,
Go through the funnels. That way you can see how many people are landing there. You've got the sequence that you can email out to them. And, think about that, nurturing them along the lines of finding out what they want. Like make it a goal of certain emails that the indicator that you're looking for is replies, right? Like
mhm.
try to, I don't know, do you use Chat GTP at all?
Yeah,
You
well,
do?
yeah, I
Yeah,
do.
talk to Chat and
Get some.
about how to optimize for replies,
Okay,
right? That's a good way to do that so that you can build that relationship.
that's super. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
yes,
I
you're
will.
very welcome.
I'm excited to do that.
Yes.
Weekend work.
Yes, yes, yes.
Get
Let's
that
work. Let's
going.
get that
February
money.
task.
Get that
Sell,
money.
sell,
Make
sell.
that money. Exactly. Make that money, Rachel.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Allie.
You are very welcome. Have a great one. Let's
You
see.
too.
Who else do I have in here? I have Marianne and Katie. I'm not sure who came in first. I think Marianne, I'm going to click you to unmute. Hello, lovely Marianne. How are you?
Okay, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you for hosting this. And my question for today is the pop-up menu. And while I've been sitting here with you guys, I've been figuring it out a little bit. But the pop-up form that shows up, is that a general pop-up or is it one that I can tweak for each and every funnel or page that I'm creating? Do you understand what I mean? Or do you want to make
Yes, I
my
do.
screen?
So yeah, there's options for the
Mhm.
pop-ups. Okay. So pop-ups. Okay. So let's see. Pages. So we have this pop-up here.
Yeah.
Okay, so the pop-ups function different on different areas, I
Oh,
believe.
okay.
Okay. I haven't done the pop-ups in a while, so I'm not sure if the functionality has changed. So this one we're gonna trigger on landing so that it's on. Okay, and we're gonna turn it
Okay,
on.
see already there you have a different menu than I do when I create my pop-up. So I'm confused as to how
Okay, so what
do I
page were
create my
you?
own pop-ups or
Where the pop-up is? Okay, so on the menu,
yeah.
it depends on where you're accessing the pop-up
I'm
from. Okay.
I'm in a funnel.
Okay, so this isn't a funnel, this is a page. So this is what
Oh,
I'm
okay.
showing you that
I see.
different areas have a different functionality of the pop-up. So learning how the pop-up functions in the different areas will be beneficial. So when
Uh-huh.
you're on a page, a web page, any of your web pages on your site, the pop-up here, the setting is here, right? And now you have display, style, design. And you can turn it on or off and how you want to do that. Okay, so now we've done that. We got to save.
Okay,
Yes.
so just if I get a understand you correctly, it's every time I create a new page or every time I create a new funnel, that pop-up will be specifically connected to that page or that funnel.
Right, I'm showing you right now. So when I go to
Yeah,
my home page, see I did that pop-up
yeah,
box, right? And I
yeah,
turned it on landing. So that's there.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, okay, so that doesn't pop up if I'm on the blog.
Right.
But when I go to my home page, it pops up again.
Yeah.
And if I go to, let's see,
Okay.
this page. Right. So it turns on for the page that, whatever page that you're putting it on.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
So now in the funnel,
Mm,
you're using the pop-up for, I just have a lot of tabs open.
yeah, I get the problem.
Um, so on here, you have the option, right? When they push this button,
Right.
that's when this pop-up comes up for them to put their name and their thing in.
Right. And there's the other question because they can put in, it's in the preview when I'm testing this, they can get the PDF that I'm trying to upload anyway without putting in their name, even though it's, or email, even though it is required. So how do I track
So
their
you
name?
you have this popped up here. You have a
Yeah.
pop-up on a funnel just like this.
Yeah.
They're not filling out the form and they're clicking this and getting the PDF.
Yeah. So the whole idea is to get their email addresses, right? Correct.
Yes.
And then putting tags on that. But even though the style says or the display says it's mandatory to put in your email, you're still able to click on that link, get the PDF and get the product. So it kind of
Okay.
defeats the purpose.
Okay, so that's a support I would send. I'm not aware of any current issues. I mean, it could be something as simple as there's something you haven't done, but since it sounds like that's a tech thing on the back end if it's not functioning the way it's supposed to. And that's what I would say to all of you. Like,
Okay.
yes, there's a sort of a hierarchy of how things go. Because I always think, okay, it could be a glitch in the system. It could be that I just didn't click the right button or there's a setting that's off somewhere. And sometimes in a whole system it can be really like challenging for you to find, did I click that right? Or is it something in the system? And that's why in those things, it's great to come in and ask, because I'll tell you if I know. But if I don't, which in this case, I'm not sure. That's why that would be for support at
Okay.
Zenler.com.
That's okay. So what
Yeah.
would be the best way to use these pop-ups or forms in order to give a free item, and then collect the email addresses in order to use them for further marketing later. Is it a pop-up, or is it any other way?
Yeah, right. You want to generate leads from
Yes.
your Zenler site.
Yeah.
I understand. Yeah. So anywhere you can generate leads anywhere on your site. Okay. So your whole site is an opportunity to share with people that are interested in, who you are, what you're doing, the solution you offer, the thing that you're doing, right? This content on your site should be there to help them identify that this is for them, right? So pull up a chair, we'll figure it out, right? This is just a demo site. This isn't real. So you're inviting people in to look at what you're doing and giving them opportunities to identify themselves as somebody who needs this. Okay. So you can generate those leads anywhere. I recommend having on your main website, your hero. That's where you want to have an option for them to that says, hey, do you want, what's that big problem you solve? Do you want to know, Kevin always uses the dog training. Do you want to know how to make your, dog, sit on command, whatever, right? People who really need that, their dog is crazy. There's a big button right there in that section for them to do that and become a lead. You can add a form to your blog posts, right? Yeah. So if you have a blog post, you can embed a lead generation form in the blog post. You can, and maybe not even the lead generation form, but if you set up that one funnel, right, to generate the leads, you can write an article on your blog and then link to it. So let's see.
Yeah, I think where I'm getting lost is tagging the leads, because the menus don't show up, or I'm not able to create the tags that are connected to the leads.
The system has native tags for everything. Okay.
Okay.
The system has native tags you'll be able to find. So before you start adding tags, that's one of those things that needs real strategy and framework behind it, because otherwise inside your Zenler system, it will be complete and total chaos. The system is set up to natively tag all of the things that people do inside your system. It tags them with the funnel that they signed up for. It tags them with the course that they've signed up for. It tags them, with all of these things. They opened the email. They didn't open the email. There's lots of native tags in the system. Are they all encompassing? Are we tagging every single thing they do? No, we're not. And there may be tags that you need to figure out that you need for your business and how you work, that you will have to, but this is going to take you looking into what the tags are. You can find out the system tags on our support docs. So go to the support docs and find system tags. Great. And that way you'll know that. But you can do even on a blog post. So you can go on a blog post and you don't even have to have a button or a form, right? You can link to that funnel right here, right? Just to link the text. So you're writing a blog post about that, link the text, and now they go right to that same funnel, right? You can put a link to that same funnel on a different blog post as well. You can put a link to that funnel on your homepage of your website. You can put a link to that on your about page if you have one, on your services page if you have one, right? So you can make one funnel, right? And then you can add the link to that funnel all over your website, all over your Zenler site.
That's beautiful. And then once I have that funnel, I really don't have to worry about tags, is what you're saying, because everything will be linked to that funnel if they click
If
or
they're
if they
in
sign
it,
up.
if they subscribe, they will be tagged with it. Yes.
They be tagged.
It's
Okay.
automatically tagged if they signed up in the funnel. They are part of that funnel, and you can filter your people based on who's in the funnel and who's
Perfect.
not.
That was really valuable. Thank you.
Yes.
Then I'll figure out the rest. That's fine.
Okay, fantastic.
All right.
I'm so
Thank
happy.
you.
You're welcome. Okie dokie. Let's see. We have Katie on the mute. Hello.
Hello.
How are
I'm
you?
a beginner,
Okay.
and I've come as far as to have built my first funnel.
Oh, yay.
And I have also set up the sequence for the first letter, where I will be sending out a lead magnet. And my lead magnet is it's a audio file.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if there's a way, because when I try to put it in, then I have to have it downloadable, but I would like it not to be able to be downloaded, but just to be listened to. Is there a solution to that, or do I need to
Where are
like?
you? What are you? Not downloadable, just listenable.
Yeah, because now I'm thinking, should I like create a pod or something on YouTube that I link it to or something? But I'm thinking, is there a simpler solution?
So it's a lead magnet. You want them to get it, but not be able to download it.
Yeah. Is that possible?
Is there a reason? Let me ask you this. Is there a reason that you don't want them to download the audio file?
I guess I'm just thinking that why would people have it on their computers and stuff when I've created something? But also, I guess it makes it extra work as well.
I have an idea.
It's extra. It makes it what?
I think the person who's downloading it has to wait for it to download, and then they have to like. So I guess it becomes a bit more.
Okay, so it's not that you don't want them to download it. What you're looking for is for them to be able to just click play and it works, not wait for it to download and then go.
Yeah, I guess.
Is that
But
what you're
also, why
asking?
would they have it so they can spread it?
I mean, I get what you're saying, but people who want to steal your stuff are going to steal your stuff and spread it around. Doesn't make really much sense I could just play it and record it from my computer microphone and then share it if I wanted to. You know what I mean? Like there's always ways. So like less friction for you, less friction for your clients is the way that what I would focus on, not about them doing that, because you're never going to be able to prevent that.
Because now when I put it as a download, it takes a while for it to download on my computer. So I think if somebody does it, they might just not even care about waiting for it to be
right.
ready.
So the only option, it's a download. Like a lead magnet is, well, it's a download. If you don't want them to have to download it or don't want them to download it, I would consider setting it up as a video funnel. Right? I know it's a video funnel, but it has video, like you can upload, a video that's audio, you know what I mean? And test. Let's just add some. Do I have any videos in here? I just want to see how this works. Select. Okay. Next. I don't care. Ooh. and finish. And let's see how this actually.
Oh, because it works the same. You have the opt-in page and you get their emails.
So,
Or
well, this just links, it takes it right to the YouTube on this one. But if you upload the video, there's not an option for them to download it. Do you know what I mean?
no, because I
Okay.
haven't done any of this before.
Okay. So if you set it up, I mean, if you set it up in a video funnel, basically what you're doing is even in a, so you set up the funnel, right? You have your opt-in page, which is this page. You don't have to have the video or audio on it. You get rid of that part. On the second page, which is like after they've opted in, they're going to be pushed through to this video. But for you, it's not going to be a video. It's going to be just audio, right? Like this one's just an animated thing, but it's going to be audio, and there's no option. It's embedded here. Let's see if I can preview the page. Right? So they don't have to download it. They don't have to anything. When they get pushed to this page, they're just hitting play. And it's just playing, right?
Okay.
So, and that could be your audio file. It could be a video. There's no download option. There's nothing like that in here. If you, right, this is for a video series funnel. So you're gonna come in and you're gonna remove the continuation bits, like, because they're not gonna push through to another video unless you have multiple audios. Then you could do it that way. But this way you can just put it right there like that. And honestly, you don't even need to use a video funnel now that I'm thinking about it to do that. If you use a regular funnel, you just want to make sure that what you're doing on the regular funnel is that you're putting that this page, right, when they subscribe and it goes to this page, on this page, what you're doing is you're giving them, instead of buttons that download their things, right?
Yeah.
Embed the video and audio, just embed the video or audio onto this page. And then they play it from that page. Instead of a button that downloads it, you're embedding.
Oh, because right now I don't have a button. It's more, the first page is the opt-in, and then there's a thank you page.
Right, this is the thank you page.
And then it doesn't give any download option or anything, but the actual product is delivered by email from me to them.
Right. If it's
as an automation, an automated email, and in that it would be like a link that would have gone to the download.
Right. Well, the link in the email can come here. Right? You don't have to have the buttons. These are the buttons if they want to download, right? You click and now the download comes. Or you have embedded a video or audio on this page to play it. Right? Because you're in a funnel. You don't want them to download it. You don't want it to be, if you link it in an email, if you link it wherever, if you put it in that button, it's a download. That's what it is. That's what it's for. That button's for downloads. So instead of putting it as a download, which you don't want, you just embed it onto the page. And then they can play.
Can I use that page to have like a page that they actually get in an email and they just click and go to this page?
You can put the link in the email to bring them to this page. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'll have to play around with it, but
yes. Yeah. No, you can, in the funnel, that's just the thing to keep in mind is that the buttons in a funnel are for downloads. Right? Whatever's in there, whether it's a video, an audio, a PDF, when they click it, it's downloading to their device. If you do not want it to be delivered as a download, you don't want them to download it for whatever the reason, embed it on the thank you page, whatever it is.
I think that would be a nicer solution because then it's visually nice.
Yes.
And
then in
there's
that
no
first,
waiting for something to happen.
right. And then in the email, you just link to that page so they can go back to it and play it anytime they want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. And let's see. Hi, Marianne. Is your hand? There you go. Hi.
I have another question. Sorry.
Okay.
On the same topic, but if we're not going to use tags, but the same area where I can create tags, where do I go again? I can't find it.
The area where you go to create tags?
Yeah. Because tags that are connected to funnels, I need to create a funnel first, right? And then that's where it gets tagged. But if I want to create tags, where do I do that again?
Okay. I know I have a lot of tabs open. Let me get where. Okay. So under site, we're at the
Yeah.
top of the page here. Under site,
Yeah.
let's go to, okay, so this is where you can filter the tags that you already have. Okay.
Right.
So you have people. This is just a demo site, so don't have a lot of people. So you're not going to see a lot of stuff happening here.
Sure.
So, and this is to show you, these are the filters that the system natively has, so that
Right.
you can determine whether you need to add these filters. So right here, you filter people by role. So they automatically get tagged with a role when they come into the system of whether
Yeah.
they are a site admin. You can have multiple tags
Yeah.
in your role, right? So that's a native tag in the system.
Okay.
Okay. Then the date they joined, the first time, address, contain something, city, all of these. Enrolled in a specific course, they're tagged for that course. Enrolled in a specific plan on that course. If you have multiple people, like Judy was in here earlier talking about her membership, she wants people that can pay in full or have a payment plan. She can actually filter how she communicates based on which plan they're enrolled in that course. If they're not enrolled in a course at all, right? If they're not enrolled in this specific course or in these courses, now I can send them a marketing email, sales email for that course, right? If they're subscribed to a funnel, if they're not subscribed, if they've completed a course, if they've not completed, right? So go through these tags to find out if you even need a tag. You can sort by what they've emailed. Now, depending on where you're at.
But I want to create a special interest that I know some of these people have, which is not going to be found in the automatics. So I just want to, I know certain interests that they have, and I want to market it to those people because I know it's got nothing to do with how they click on the website. How do I do that? I know I've done it before. That's why to create that tag, I just can't figure out where I did it.
In here, in each individual person.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You can add a tag just like that. Okay.
Okay, so but then I have to go into each and
right. That's just one way. That's just one. That's a way to add a tag.
Okay.
And then wherever they're filling out, wherever they're putting their name, whatever they're doing. So if it's in a funnel, like if it's the funnel and now you want to add a tag to them in this funnel.
Yeah.
You're coming to the funnel steps, and depending on which one is it, let's try this one. It's really about thinking about how and where and why you're adding a tag.
I understand.
Yep.
Yeah.
And how, like, in grasping like what our system does with it, if it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Settings. Okay, so none in this one, in the next one. Oh no, in the pop-up. Yeah. And I'm like, wait, where is their name? I'm not in here a lot either right now because I just came back from sabbatical. So
Yeah.
let's see. It's hide. I know. There. Okay, so right here. So
Okay.
now, from the options here, from the settings, from the button, right?
Okay.
You're getting the action. The button's going to submit the form. And
Yeah.
then is what's it going to do? If there's an email list you want to add them to, if there's a funnel you want to also add them to, and then
That's
any tags you want them to have.
that's where it
And that's
was.
for
Okay.
everybody in here. So it's on the button,
Gotcha.
right? And the settings of that button. And then
Beautiful.
it's under, yeah, under settings for the button at the top
Okay.
there.
I see it now. Yeah.
Fabulous.
Wonderful. All righty. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. All right, let's see. We have Carol. I know I haven't looked much at the chat yet because we've been pretty busy here on the live session. Well, hello, Carol. How are
Hi.
you?
I actually put my question in the chat, but I
Did-
was worried you might not get to it, so I put my hand up. Are you reading it now, or should I?
Yes. That's your sitemap. You have to auto update
No,
your.
that's not my
Oh,
question. The
oh,
sitemap
okay.
one is someone else's.
Oh,
My
sorry.
question is about a video that I did live in a community,
Okay.
and then the video, it does its thing, and there's like a delay, and then it pops up, and it's there in that particular post, right?
Right.
But then I went to check it a while back and it was gone. So is there do I need to download the video and repost it, or is there a time limit, or should it still be there? And I don't know if this is a support issue or not.
Okay. So I'm not sure. Let's think about this. So let me make sure I understand you correctly.
Yeah.
So you did a live stream from Zoom in Zenler into your community.
Yeah. Just using the live button in the community.
Just using the live button in the community.
Yeah.
And the video is not there anymore.
No, it did generate and it posted in that thing, and then I don't know how long it stayed because I was gone. I went away for a while. When I came home, I looked at it and it was gone.
Okay, so that's weird. Let's see. I'm gonna share my screen and let's go right over here and double check and make sure. Okay. Go live in community. So let's see. So you went through this process, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. When the replay will automatically appear as a post in community. So if it's not there, then yes, I would send us a thing to support.
Okay.
You can go inside. Well, let's see. Go live inside. Check your media library too, just in case.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I did that. It's
Okay.
not there.
Okay, so yeah, I would I send a message to support.
All right.
That's definitely a question for them.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, and let's see. I am gonna go through the chat now and see if there's any questions that I can answer. We answered the question about the wait list. I see that in there. Okay, Carol, I see your live stream in the community question as well. And Amy was asking a message about the sitemap not being auto updated after publishing a blog post, right? You have to reissue your sitemap. You have to manually update your sitemap in order for it to be up to date when you publish a blog post. It's not automatic. It corrects itself. Yeah. Info, yeah, it's updating info for Google. That's what it means. Yeah. Let's see, have to jump off. Okay, great. So we've got everybody's questions answered, including the questions that were from the chat and everybody that was in the room. Do we have any other questions? Anything anybody would like to chat about? One of the things that I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. And just really quickly, since we've got some time and there's no hands up, I just want to go over a few of the things that that you can do as you're, learning to navigate building your Zenler website, your Zenler communities, your blogs, all of those things, and that you can find information. And I know we've had a few people come in today talking about having difficulty finding training information on the Zenler site, and and I can understand that because everybody's brain works differently, right? We have our own site maps in our heads, and what makes sense for me, oh, this makes sense, let me click here and go here, oh, that's nice. And to somebody else, they're going to be like, ooh, this is confusing, I don't understand. So how that looks to you, it's going to be different for everybody. So some tips that might help you out is to use your search options. Use your search on Zenler site for your courses, for the trainings. Search through the Zenler site to look. On the help docs, same thing. Support docs, use the search feature, type in the keywords. Sometimes, we want to type in a whole sentence. How do I da 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 da? Sometimes when you're looking for something, for example, in a funnel, and you're looking for something about a funnel, and you just can't seem to ask the question right, if you just type in funnel, it's going to give you the questions. It's going to give you all the things with funnel in it. So you can read through and be like, oh, that's the way I should have been asking it. Okay, let me click on that, because how we word it and how you word it might be different. Okay. Same thing, YouTube channel. YouTube has a search feature. You can find a lot of specific tutorials on Zenler by using this little search feature and using the keywords, right? Like you don't have to type it out like Google, like, how do I do this? And like, you don't have to be a whole thing, right? Just keywords, and it'll pop up a whole variety of options for you so that you can look at those and then say, oh, this looks like it's going to be the right match for what I'm looking for. I don't always ask questions the right way. I'm not sure what the question is sometimes. And by using keyword search, it helps me articulate the question that I have even. So, and I also do use ChatGTP for that as well. It helps me articulate my question and be able to find it. And also, oh, look, there I am right there in Facebook. This is like, I'm live on live. Ooh. Hopefully like the universe isn't collapsing on itself right now, because I'm just kidding. Okay. So the Facebook also has a Facebook search, and you can use that to find answers to questions, because lots of people have asked lots of questions. They do so in the Facebook group, and they do so, and lots of answers get answered there as well. So search inside of the Facebook group, and you will find lots of answers in there, believe it or not. Well, you all, I am going to go ahead and bid you farewell for this week's support desk session. And we will be back next week at the same bat time, same bat place. It was lovely seeing you all today, and I look forward to seeing what happens next week as we continue to grow support desk, and I continue to, reorient myself in the Zenler universe, which I'm loving. You all have made me feel very welcomed back as a community and the Zenler team. And I look forward to having all kinds of exciting business growth with all of you. I really do, because I know we're gonna take over the universe, y'all. That's what we're gonna do. That's my goal anyway. So, all right, everybody, I appreciate you being here with me today. I appreciate everything, and I will see you all next Thursday. Bye.